Welcome to Face Your Fears, Claim Your Destiny, Soul Therapy. My name is Sarah, and I will be your host. I guess this is kind of like my church. It's Sunday, and what better thing to do on a Sunday morning than talk about music? I hope everybody had a great weekend. I know we had a lot of fun. We went out last night. We got to see some live music, which is so nice. I forgot what it feels like to be out with people again and see smiles. Like, people actually have teeth, which is kind of funny. I think all of us women just stopped wearing lipstick. Like, I do wear it, but, I think we kind of got, we had our faces covered for over 2 years. I think makeup sales, lipstick sales must have gone down the tubes. Anyway, it was great to be out with people again. And the energy is just so fantastic. And isn't it amazing what live music does to people, right? So we're here on our video number 7 already. We're almost halfway done this 15-part series. I believe it's video 7. Yeah, I'm not sure if you had a chance to listen to the 3-part series with Daft Punk. That was very interesting, having the seasoned Doug's perspective and the greenhorn Jake's perspective about the song, and I just know how I felt about it, so I kind of tried to keep my opinion out of it. In the end, I'm kind of impressed at how much more open-minded our generation is. And if you actually listen to part 2, where it's just Doug's opinion, if you could have seen his face, I mean, really seen his face, I thought, the only reason why I'm doing audio recordings is this is about music, and we hear music. And unless we're going to live shows, we're not really seeing it, right? So do you really want to see my face, or just let's just get down to the chat about it? Chit-chat, chatter, natter, right? What was I going to say here? I think I'm tired, actually. Oh, yes. Okay. Well, if I can't remember what I was going to say, it must have been a lie. So let's just get on with life here. The song I'm doing today, I'm actually doing a reaction on me, believe it or not, because one of my songs that I chose, oh yeah, that's what I was trying to say. And it wasn't a lie. In Doug's video, if you watch it or listen to it, his face, if you could have seen his face, like it was the same face my parents made when, I would crank NWA. My mom really she really did not like the song Don't Bite. And I'm not going to go into detail about that, but I seem to like to crank it. So the look I was getting from Doug was the same look that my mom would have gave me for cranking NWA's Don't Bite song. And you can look that up if you like, and just imagine how my mom felt about her daughter cranking that song. Well, that's this exact same death stare I was getting from Doug. It was pretty funny. So if you actually listen to it, you can hear him breathing. Like he was like, like I was listening to it, I could hear his breaths, right? And it's so interesting how much individually we're all affected by music on different levels. Like he was not happy with that one. And I'm in trouble because both Jake and Doug are getting their revenge, and they are picking out songs with meaning that they know. Well, Doug knows there's a certain band that just the lead singer's voice. I have been to parties where it makes me puke. It's just like this frequency of his voice where I'm like, ah. And then I know so many people are like, I love that band. And I'm like, I can't handle it. Sounds like his balls are in a sling. Like, I can handle it. Like no. And, but I also know from everybody, like serious musicians, they just idolize this band. And I literally, it comes on the radio, I'm like, turn it off. And so Doug is going to find a song with meaning, because I've never been able to sit through a whole song because of this guy's voice. And I'm going to do a reaction to that. And then Jake is probably going to pick something like scream metal, where I can't understand a word, but something with a good meaning, because I need to be challenged too. Like how narrow-minded we actually are, right? It's art. And we need to find ways to appreciate art on different levels. And I'm just as narrow-minded as the guy down the street, right? So I got to, I can't throw in stones when I live in a glass house myself. Well, on with that. Okay, so anyway, today we're covering Born to Run by Bruce Springsteen is in my video 7 here. Now, I used to, of course, everybody knows who Bruce Springsteen is, right? But when I was like looking up, songs by Bruce Springsteen, I can't put the song in my head. I can't. I sat here do my deep dive and I'm like, why can't I get this tune in my head? I can't get this tune in my head. And then I started reading the lyrics and I'm like, I don't think I've ever heard this song before. I know I've heard it. I had to have heard it, but I missed the message completely. So I'm going to read the lyrics and then I'm going to put the headset on and you're just going to hear my reaction because I know I had to have heard this song, but I never, ever heard the message. And it's just, this is where it's very interesting. So this is my turn, okay, to react. I'm pretty expressive, being I'm a very expressive person, so we'll see. Okay, so here's the lyrics to Born to Run by Bruce Springsteen. Sorry. In the day we sweat it out. Sorry, I gotta get in my mode here. Okay. Born to Run, Bruce Springsteen. In the day we sweat it out on the streets of a runaway American dream. At night we hide through the mansions of Alroy in suicide machines. Spring from cages on Highway 9, chrome-wheeled, fuel-injected, and stepping it out over the line. Oh, baby, this town rips the bones from your back. It's a death trap. It's a suicide rap. We gotta get out while we're young, 'cause tramps like us, baby, we were born to run. Yes, girl, we were. Wendy, let me in. I want to be your friend. I want to guard your dreams and visions. Just wrap your legs around these velvet rims and strap your hands across my engines. Together we could break this trap. We'll run till we drop. Baby, we'll never go back. Oh, will you walk with me out on the wire? 'Cause baby, I'm just a scared and lonely rider. But I gotta know how it feels. I want to know if love is wild. Babe, I want to know if love is real. Oh, can you show me? Beyond the palace, Hemi-powered drones scream down the boulevard. Girls comb their hair in rear-view mirrors, and the boys try to look so hard. The amusement park rises bold and stark. Kids are huddled on the beach in the midst. I want to die with you, Wendy, on the street tonight in an everlasting kiss. The highway's jammed with broken heroes on a last chance power drive. Everybody's out on the run tonight, but there's no place left to hide. Together, Wendy, we can live with the sadness. We can live with the sadness. I'll love you with all the madness in my soul. Oh, someday, girl, I don't know when we're going to get to that place where we really want to go, and we'll walk in the sun. But till then, tramps like us, baby, we were born to run. Oh, honey, tramps like us, baby, we were born to run. Come on with me, tramps like us, baby, we were born to run. You know what? When you read it, you just can't get the tune. So I'm going to put the beats on here, and I'm going to put this song on because I just still can't get in my head. So basically, this is almost like me hearing this song for the very first time. And I think we all got to kind of go back into the memory banks of songs that, we thought we always knew, and maybe we don't, right? Born to Run by Bruce Springsteen. Okay, I'm going to put these on, and let's see how I feel about this. I'm going to stop and have a vape break, sorry. Okay, here we go. I love Bruce Springsteen. Oh, yeah, I know this song. No way! Oh, yeah, this is a dance song. Oh, yeah, I would get a motorcycle with you, for sure. I had no clue. I've never listened to the words. Oh, what a good song. Oh, he sings with conviction, man. Want to run. Doom, doom. This is like me and my first love. Nice. So much instruments. I love Bruce Springsteen. Oh yeah. He's living in that moment. I think he's had this moment. Oh, this is a memory with Wendy. Whoa! Oh, God, what a good song. I forgot about the song. The saxophone, drums. Wow, I love their synchronicity. The energy is great. I feel wonderful. And the saxophone player is awesome. And let's face it, he has a great butt. Oh, listen to that sax, man. Hell yeah. Now this is music. I felt half alive when I got on here, and I'm wired. Yeah. Good song. Mm-hmm. Wow. I knew what song this was, but I love this song more than I did before. He's got this sexiness to him. The song makes him sexy. Like, bad boy. He's gonna save you. Yeah! Like Bo and Hope on Days of Our Lives when they got married and she goes off on the Harley in her wedding dress. Come on, every girl that watched Days of Our Lives remembers Bo and Hope's wedding. And this song was that. Keyboard's good in here too. Wow, they're all so talented. Nice. And the exit, just the release of all that emotion. Every instrument is just giving her. Woo! Nice. Good pick, Sarah. Yeah. Oh, he's cute. I forgot how cute he was. Nice. Whoa. The shoulder pads. The guys in the 80s with their shoulder pads. Oh my God. To run. Do-do. Tramps like us. Maybe we were born to run. Do-do-do-do. Nice. Whoa. Whoa. Do-do-do-do. Whoa. Yeah, well, oh. Nice. Wow. Oh, wow. Wow. Okay. Well, that was awesome. Let me just turn this off here. Man, he could put on a show. You read the lyrics and it's a totally different song. Like I'm sure I'm embarrassed. I suppressed myself. Like I just wanted to just belt it out, but I'm not in the singing mood right now. Okay, so let's learn about little facts about this song. All right. Born to Run by Bruce Springsteen. So we just read the lyrics before I did this. Excuse me, I have a dry throat. I need some strawberry water forever. Okay. Hold up. Oh. Okay. Okay, now I'm back to be able to talk now. Born to Run by Bruce Springsteen. According to Bruce Springsteen, this is his quote: I was writing about a guy and a girl that wanted to run and keep on running and never come back. Yeah, that's pretty self-explanatory. I wanted to run away after hearing that. Anyway, Born to Run so beautifully captures the spirit of liberated youth, yearning to hit the road and live life to its fullest. Oh, right? Like, oh, my boyfriend had a little orange Chevette, and like it just reminds me of that, just cranking the bear, like the music, the rock station, and being young, 14 and 16, born to run, right? For sure. Life goes by so fast. Don't let it pass you by. You really have to seize every moment that's worth seizing. Bruce wrote the lyrics while at home in New Jersey to this song in 1974. And here's another quote by him. He said, one day I was playing my guitar on the edge of the bed, working on some song ideas, and the words Born to Run came to me. Bruce recalled, continuing on to explain, at first I thought it was the name of a movie or something I'd seen on a car spinning around in the circuit. I liked the phrase because it suggested a cinematic drama that I thought would work with the music that I had been hearing in my head. On May the 9th of 1974, Bruce played this for the very first time when he opened for Bonnie Raitt at Harvard Square. Bonnie Raitt, I totally forgot about her, and I love Bonnie Raitt. So just doing these deep dives, they're like, I got to get back into this good old music. Good music. Bonnie Raitt was awesome. Like, give me something to talk about, right? Anyway, let's get back to Bruce here. Born to Run was the first song Bruce wrote for a studio production rather than a live performance. After recording 4 versions at a low-budget studio that his first 2 albums were recorded at, Bruce moved to a higher-end studio to finish Born to Run, as he refused to release it until he had completed a masterpiece. And Born to Run is a true masterpiece, in my opinion. The first to cover Born to Run was Alan Clark from the Hollies, who released it only a few months after Bruce did. Suzi Quatro and Joey Tempest also covered Born to Run. Highway 9 refers to Route 9 in New Jersey, which ran through Bruce's hometown of Freehold. The amusement park Bruce sings about in line beyond the palace, Hemi-powered drones scream down the boulevard, is actually listed in the New Jersey Registry of Historic Places. You seriously gotta go check it out. So he was writing about like real places, real stuff, writing from the heart, writing from his life, right? So let's just, I'm going to pause you for 1 sec. I got cat drama. Just give me a sec here. Sorry about that. My son turned 18 and I had a dog. And what do? I decided I got 4 cats to replace my dog, my son, because he didn't, he's older, right? And little did I know, it's like having 4 kids. I really feel like I have a daycare. So I'm sorry for that cat interruption, but it's kind of nonstop in my life. Anyway, so let's continue. Bruce Springsteen performed a solo slowed-down acoustic version on his 1988 Tunnel of Love Express tour, changing the lyrics so the couple in the song were now married. Pretty cool, hey? Kind of like Jack and Diane's song by John Cougar Mellencamp. Anyway, Bruce would play it as his first number in his first encore, emerging with an acoustic guitar and introducing the song by saying something along these lines. And this is a quote by Bruce. This is a song that has changed a lot over the years. As I've sung it, it seems to have been able to open up and let the time in. When I wrote it, I was 24 years old, sitting in my bedroom in Long Branch, New Jersey. When I think back, it surprises me how much I knew about what I wanted, because the questions I asked myself in this song, it seems I've been trying to find the answers to them ever since. When I wrote this song, I was writing about a guy and a girl that wanted to run and keep on running and never come back. That was a nice romantic idea. But I realized after I put all those people in all those cars, I was going to have to figure out some place for them to go. And I realized in the end that individual freedom, when it's not connected to some sort of community, can be pretty meaningless. Wow, that is pretty deep, Bruce. He continued on. So I guess that guy and that girl out there were looking for connection. And I guess that's what I'm doing here. So this is a song about two people trying to find their way home. It's kept me good company on my search, and I hope it keeps you good company on yours. Wow. This patter can be traced to a December 13th, 1987 benefit concert for homeless children at Madison Square Garden, where that's where I think he played with Bonnie Raitt. It says where Bruce Springsteen introduced the song by saying, "It's about a boy and a girl that thought they wanted to run and keep running and never stop. And at that time, I thought that was me, and maybe it was, but I woke up one morning and realized that I wanted a home, and nobody wants or deserves to be homeless." So on December the 13th of 1987, that was a benefit for homeless children put on, and that's what he said. Let's repeat what he said. He said, "It's about a boy and a girl that thought they wanted to run and keep running and never stop. And at the time, I thought that was me, and maybe it was. But I woke up one morning and realized I wanted a home, and nobody wants or deserves to be homeless." Wow. I can't believe that this isn't more of an anthem for, breaking the chains of homelessness. Like, seriously. I never would have thought of it that way. Like, I'm so enlightened right now. He said this is the only Springsteen track from drummer Ernest "Boom" Carter, like that he played on. He left to play in a jazz band called Tone with E Street piano player David Sankios, which is Sancious, after spending 9 months with Bruce Springsteen. This song came at the crossroads of Bruce Springsteen's career. His first two albums sold poorly, and Columbia Records might have dropped him if he did not produce a hit. This became an educational tool when it was used on Sesame Street as Born to Add. Oh, that's cool. Bruce Springsteen released his first two albums in 1973 before issuing Born to Run in 1975. The logical move would be to quickly issue a hit-packed follow-up, but Bruce Springsteen went in a different direction, not entirely by choice. The stunning success of Born to Run was tempted by the fine print of Springsteen's contract with his manager, Mike Appel, Appel, which gave Appel a degree of control over who Bruce worked with. They sued each other in 1976, and it wasn't until the middle of 1977 that Bruce Springsteen could return to the studio on his own terms. When he did, it was with a pile of songs that were more glum than his previous work, a reflection on his personal struggles and time he spent with local friends listening to their concerns. He named the album Darkness on the Edge of Town and chose songs that fit the mood. It's nuanced and well-crafted and made with no concern for hit potential. The album held up as a milestone in his discography, discography. That's the word I'm trying to say. And many of the songs remain concert favorites throughout his career. In the line, Hemi-powered drones scream down the boulevard. A Hemi is the 426 Hemi engine made famous by Chrysler muscle cars. Drones, in this context, are automatons, the young men driving their cars up and down the strip without a thought to the future. Oh, I remember those muscle car days. The strip! Yeah, the strip in Penticton was awesome. We're going to take a water break. Just hold on a sec. I like this little tidbit. It says, Bruce must have been born to run because he ran and jumped over the walls of Graceland to meet Elvis in 1976 when he was on tour in Memphis. This was a year after Springsteen made the covers of both Times and Newsweek, but his fame didn't help him. When he got to the door, security intercepted him and escorted him off the grounds. They informed him that Elvis was in Lake Tahoe, which was true. Oh, I like Bruce. He would have been fun to hang out with. He would have been one of those fun guys. Anyway, it says a live staple, or Bruce Springsteen performed this at halftime of the Super Bowl in 2009. Then it says Bruce Springsteen knew he had to write more mature songs as he got older if he was going to extend his career. He explained in a 2005 interview with National Public Radio, Born to Run was a song of my youth. Now I have to write something else. I became attracted to country music and older blues and folk because they bring the same intensity to adult issues and adult problems. And I thought, this is a lifetime job for me. I want to write songs I can sing at the great advanced age of 40 years old. Yeah, like he definitely is allowing himself to evolve through music. Reminds me a lot of Chris Cornell. Chris Cornell really evolved through his music. Like the acoustic covers that Chris Cornell did were just absolutely amazing, breathtaking. Okay, but we're going back to Bruce Springsteen here. Bruce Springsteen continued to play this song in concert with the same ferocity as when he it was like released in 1974, I'm trying to say. He explained to the Radio Times June 27th to July 3rd, 2009 that he may have sung this quite a few times, but if the evening has gone well, I experience renewal rather than repetition at the moment I sing it. He added, this music has not been heard at this This music has not been heard at this moment, in this place, to these faces. That's why we go out there. I love his attitude. It says, in the season 5 episode of The Sopranos, the character Christopher Moltisanti quotes the song, saying he was late because the highways jammed with broken heroes on a last chance power drive. This could be an in-joke from the writers, as Stephen Van Zandt of the E Street Band played Silvio on the series. Oh, I didn't know that. That's pretty awesome too. I love these deep dives. Here it says, this was a last-minute addition to Bruce Springsteen's 2001 Live in New York City album. He felt it was the missing ingredient on the CD, but the liner notes were already printed. The song had to be included as a hidden bonus track at the end of the first disc. Nice. It says, a page of Bruce Springsteen's early lyrics for his song etched in blue ink on a notepad sold for $197,000 at an auction in New York on December the 5th of 2013. At this stage, Springsteen had the line, "'Cause tramps like us, baby, we were born to run," fully written. Other lyrics visible, including "This town'll rip the bones from your back" and "It's a suicide trap," were slightly altered on the finished song. One of the most emotional performances of this song came at the Spectrum in Philadelphia on December the 9th of 1980, the night after John Lennon was shot and killed. Springsteen opened the show by saying, "If it wasn't for John Lennon, a lot of us would be someplace much different tonight. It's a hard world that asks you to live with a lot of things that were unlivable. And it's hard to come out here and play tonight, but there's nothing else to do." You know, that's true. If you haven't, like, John Lennon to me was a lyric genius. And if you haven't had a chance to check out the video I covered on John Lennon Mother, you really should, because it talks about him writing it during his primal scream therapy. And it's quite an interest. John Lennon, wow. I mean, but we're back to Bruce here, okay? I just had to throw that out there. The band then launched into Born to Run in a kind of catharsis. Steve Van Zandt had tears in his eyes, and Danny Federici, Federici, hits his keyboard so hard he broke a key. 33 songs later, Springsteen closed the concert with Twist and Shout in tribute to Lennon. Nice. So Lennon must have been John Lennon obviously was an inspiration to Bruce Springsteen, as John Lennon was an inspiration to a lot of people, right? It says here, in September of 2013, 2 lanes were inexplicably closed on a ramp to the George Washington Bridge in Fort Lee, New Jersey, in what was later learned was retribution for the mayor of Fort Lee refusing to endorse Governor Chris Christie. In response, Jimmy Fallon dressed up like Bruce Springsteen and sang a reworked version of this song titled Government Christie Traffic Jam on his late night TV show. Fallon sang a verse that included the lyrics, "They shut down the toll booths of glory because we didn't endorse Christie." And whoa, maybe this Bridgegate was just payback. It's a bitch slap to the state Democrats. Before he was joined by the real Bruce Springsteen, who came in with the line, "Governor, let me in. I want to be your friend. There'll be no partisan divisions." Bruce Springsteen continued with a pointed political barb. Someday, Governor, I know when this will all end, but till then, you're killing the working man. This was especially acute since Christie had cited Bruce Springsteen as his favorite rocker and has talked about growing up listening to Bruce. Their politics diverge, so Bruce Springsteen has never supported Christie, but he did hug the governor at a Radio City Music Hall during a benefit for Hurricane Sandy's victims in 2012. The traffic jam was a blatant rebuke to Christie in his darkest hour by his state's most popular entertainer. Steve Van Zandt was partially responsible for the song's signature guitar line prior to joining the E Street Band for the Born to Run tour. He recalled his contribution to Uncut magazine during a 2017 interview. Bruce and I were just friends at that point. He said, let's redo this. Bruce and I were just friends at this point. He said, I want to play you my new record. And he played Born to Run for me, with me lying on the floor of the studio. He'd been working on it for months. I mean, literally months on one song, which is incredible now. But he played it for me. And I said, oh, that's great. I particularly loved that minor riff with Roy Orbison, something that the Beatles would do. And he said, what minor riff? What do you mean? What was happening was he was doing a Dwayne Eddy style riff with a bunch of echo on it. And he was bending up to the last note. But you never heard him bending up to the notes if it didn't register in your ear. He said, oh my effing God. And then played it how I heard it for the other guys. And I guess they all started to hear it the way I was, which was the way the whole world was going to hear it. So they had to redo the guitar part and then the whole effing mix. The mix alone took them a couple of weeks because in those days there was no automation and there was a lot going on in a song. It says there was a movement to make this the official state song of New Jersey. Nice. Should have been. In the UK, this didn't make the chart until 1987 when a live version recorded at Giant Stadium in New Jersey on August 19th of 1985, where it made number 16. Well, that's interesting. In the UK, it didn't make the charts till 1987, but it was written in 74. I find that intriguing. Like 13 years. Like, see? Sometimes it takes a while for your craft to actually be appreciated, right? It says right here, a rather noteworthy cover is by the British group Frankie Goes to Hollywood, which included on their 1984 debut album, Welcome to the Pleasure Dome. In their homeland, they were the biggest act of the year, with 3 number 1 singles, but America barely noticed. For Pleasure Dome, they covered not just Born to Run, but 2 other very American songs as well, War and Do You Know the Way to San Jose. On November the 10th of 1984, the same day the album hit number 1 in the UK, they played Born to Run